I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made him mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take a G-pad. Watch do it. We survived outside, all from the music.
Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one, between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Throwing on their first play. Look at this, going deep right away. Caught at the 20-yard line. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Vikings, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Throws caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it's good coverage, contested catches, will really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Ready, check.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And second down only works out for a yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spit 60 racks on me, camouflage bells. Diamonds on me, I'm a blue gel.
About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Here we go, set. Let go.
They give it to him again. Ooh, no luck. He tried. He was fighting, but they send him backwards on 3rd and goal.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there. Anytime you go on the road, if you can put points on the board on your opening drive, job well done.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
set.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Lee McNeil in on the tackle.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Cowboy 80. Cougar 19.
Daniels now. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Henderson on 1st and 10. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line.
17 more yards. That's another Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
1st down, and they go right back to it. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Offense up to the line fast.
19 tight. 19 lock. Mustang 19. Ready.
Now Daniels to throw. Going deep here for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. Now they'll try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out. So they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. Position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Laporta pulls it in along the sideline. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in balance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Pass play coming here. Big strike here to Williams. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down. Back to throw now. Has his man. It's the Michigan rookie. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Throwing it again here. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Catch made left side by Laporta. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
Viking 18. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Cowboy 80.
Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And he can't get the push they needed. They hold him at the line and send him packing after a turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses. And a blitz on 4th down is a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
They'll get it complete to Travion Henderson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also so brings us to the end of this quarter. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-3 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Here's Daniels. Offense isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in a hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 35-yard.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completed over the middle. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. There's in a hurry up here.
He's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
Anderson's going to get it on 3rd down. And this is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
14 yards. That's good.
19 tight. 19 tight.
1st down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
2 more yards. That's another Panthers 1st down.
Sticking with Henderson. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Ready up.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Firing quickly out of line, Daniels. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. That's your man. That's your man. Cowboy 80.
It's 3rd and 2. Now Daniels. Waddle makes the catch. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
Hey, check that. Check that.
Henderson has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Working quickly here.
70 Timberwolves.
Gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
He gets it again. And he will not score. The defense gets him just before he can punch it in. Defense making a couple of good stops here. And this brings up 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
They'll try it left side. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Panthers now lead by 10. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They'll take that every time. Great field position to begin this drive.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Cougar 19.
And off to Gibbs from the gun. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Here we go, here we go. 19, 18. Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Gibbs now from the gun. This is going to be close, but I don't think he's got it. Nope, they mark him shy of the first. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Looking quickly here.
At the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Panther
Brings
leading.
up 2nd and 2.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 18, Pioneer. Ready, ready.
Daniels. Makes the grab in bounds left side. He's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. That play good for 17 on a 1st down. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. It's the Panthers in front here at Bank of America. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
19 Tiger. Come on.
Throwing now, Daniels. He intercepts the pass. Terrion Arnold has it. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. They'll throw 3rd and long. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Pitch dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Working near his goal line. And they get to him. The 4th down gamble backfires with a sack. And it's a turnover on downs inside the red zone.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Handed an excellent opportunity by their defense, Brock. Now time to cash it in. This is 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Daniels keeps it himself. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Panthers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. On a quarterback sneak to the end zone. That one right down the middle. And the Panthers Panthers push their lead to 18. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he takes a knee in the end zone for a touchback. Position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion.
60 Bobcats.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. Gets some space around midfield. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Sticking to the air here. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
Working inside the red zone. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. And it slips through. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3rd and long for him here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, that's when he chalked up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
On the move, headed right. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Caught, nice gain left side. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. Daniels now on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
70, Timberwolves. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Second down and 10. Daniels. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout.
Panthers, first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line. 70.
To the air again. Daniels. That's completed right side. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
First and 10.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. They're in full comeback mode already here in the third. An onside kick coming up. And the Panthers secure that kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, these numbers, Kate, they're pretty clear. It's hard to recover these onside kicks. Nice job there by the fielding team, but you see why the rules committee, right, the competition committee constantly searching for maybe new creative ways because it is just so hard to get that ball when the other team.
And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Go.
Airing it out to start this drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was hoping to get it to Isaac Tisla there. So that brings up second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. If you could hear the physicality of that knock.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trevin Wallace has it. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sets the need for a splash play and delivers.
19-18.
Panthers.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
14-yard line.
Roll. Ready.
Anderson's going to take this straight ahead. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call out a gain of 7. Nicely done. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
70.
A 7-yard pickup
Bronco 80.
brings up second and 3.
Staying on the ground here with Henderson. And he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal.
Set up. Ready,
Smith is in for the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to run it.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They got 21 yards on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass to far more than a modest gain.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Running back sent in motion.
70.
Pass play on first and 10. Has it downfield working left. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions. Let's go.
He's going to throw it. Screen here for Gibbs. Still has room inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. Offense up to the line fast.
19.
First and goal, Detroit.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in a hurry up here. Throwing from the gun. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Goes to the hurry up here. We put a receiver in motion left. Here he goes, third and long. That one connects. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
60 Vikings. Panther 11.
They're going to try to throw for it. Forced out to his right. And a completion not in the cards on that fourth and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Ready.
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
Reload. Ready.
They give now to Henderson. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, that kind of gain may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on the next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Here we go. Buffalo 86, Panther 60. Ready.
Dive play straight ahead. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
60 Eagles.
Back-to-back carries here. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A loss of 9 on the play.
19 Tigers, 19 Tigers. Hurt.
3rd and long for Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Jalen Waddle, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Carolina in punt formation. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Collects this at the 35. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And this always ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Eric Forrest able to make the stop.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos. Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but great defensive play. Jarred loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 4th and long.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. Downfield, and Tisslaw has it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. What a play on 4th down. Give them the first after a gain of 27. Throwing now out of the shotgun. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It'll be the Lions with possession, but this one pretty much decided at this point. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Putting a receiver in motion. Still sticking with the passing game. And the Panthers are just too much here. They're going to take him down. Working quickly here. From the gun on 3rd down. Taking a shot for the end zone. Caught just shy of the goal line. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And the Lions, 1st down.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Throwing back, gets the handoff. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Come on, set! 18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hawk, 7 Pirates, 7 Cougar, 19. Let go.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. Finds a seam down the middle. To the house, touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers keep running away with this. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. They'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get 23 on that one. And the Lions have a first down. Looking quickly here.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down.
They'll throw it here on first. He's on the quick hitter. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Trying to throw this from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Panthers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Kate, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's brought in. It's his back, Rashard Smith. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Offense up to the line fast.
That's another Panthers first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play. Offense in the hurry up here.
Panthers 60, Panthers 60, 60 Vikings,
10
60
yards
Vikings.
on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Back to the well again. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers throwing 6 more on the blowout.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
52.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers grow their lead yet again. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. Lanes didn't open for him. He is stopped shy of the 15. All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10.
Hey, check that.
And off to the back. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now pressure coming. Finds his back complete. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that is good for a Detroit first down. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down. Goes to the hurry up here. This is Gibbs on second down. And no first down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard and he'd have had it. Goes to the hurry up offense here. Love on third and short. Intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Panthers take over on his 5th interception of the season. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Go! Ready?
Running it now out of the gun. Has a lane inside the 25. Carolina! The Panthers are running them out of the building. Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers continue piling on to this lead. 59, the Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's go.
Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. Taken in by Williams outright. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Trying to set this up quick. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
6-33, yellow. Green Jack.
Desperation time here. Throw caught by his running back. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. Now the Lions calling timeouts. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Now Love on the play fake. Throwing this one back at the end zone. And it is knocked away. A shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. Second down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. First down now, ball at the 33.
Down. Hut.
Kicks the handoff, now Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And it sets up second down.
22 Blues, black 40. Fight, 6, ready.
Sticking in the air, Love. Underneath, it's Gibbs. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third.
Ready.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Play action, Love. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it'll be second down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
And he makes the play. It's a touchdown. But hang on a second. I spy a flag out there, Brock. This could erase that score. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20.
Well, let's go. Ready.
One final shot here. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left. So a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Lions putting up points in a game decided. Now this one has been a long game, no doubt. But hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
So no time remaining, Brock, but the touchdown and now potentially this 2-point conversion can at least make it look a little closer. And he won't reel it in, but wouldn't get them the win anyway. Instead of a 1-point loss, it's going to stay at 3. So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you can come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.